this topic of next life. What is next life? Okay. Every religion, right from the beginning of time up to now, even in the samurai, the last samurai, even they talk about when they die, they see a happy world, like the cherry blossom land, a land of cherry blossom. Even the samurais, everybody, if there was no afterlife, people will not be ready to give up this life. The prophets, young, who have the ability to change water into wine, could have been very rich. They have the ability to heal the sick and raise the dead. They had those skills. Walk on water. If there was no afterlife, they would never give up this life. Never. Baha'u'llah would never spend 40 years of his life in prison if there was no afterlife. Okay? He came to this life to come and educate us. And he was going through 40 years of suffering, and he said, what is 40 years of suffering? And suffering again is based on barcode. You don't have suffering beyond your understanding. Now, we must come to terms with one very important principle. Are we animals? Are we humans? We must become very clear about this. Are we animals? Are we humans? If we are animals, then the greatest happiness of an animal is pain, pleasure, enjoyment. The greatest. Okay? The greatest happiness is to enjoy, to eat food, to drink the water, to fly, to enjoy, to have their sex and raise their children and do whatever. This is the greatest. Anything to do with physical, sensual pleasures is the highest level, is the animal. Now, what is the highest level of the tree? What is the highest happiness, highest achievement of the tree? The highest achievement of the tree is to be able to give fruits and multiply. The highest happiness of the vegetable is to be able to come out and give the most beautiful flower so that the bee can come and take all of this pollen and bring it to the other one so that it could grow. This is the greatest happiness of the flower. The happiness of the flower is to be able to give of itself to the world. The greatest happiness of the animal is to take as much as possible from the world for themselves. What is the greatest happiness of a human being? To be able to achieve the purpose for which they are created, not to be happy. The goal of the human being is not to be happy. The goal of the human being is to be able to achieve the next life. The best next life, the highest possible next life. The highest happiness is for the animal, not for human beings in this physical world. But for human being, the highest happiness is next life, because our life is not 100 years old, our life is 1,000,000 years. The life of the tree, maybe 50, 60, 70, maybe 10, 20, depending on the plant. The animal has 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, depending on the animal. But the life of a human being is not 100 years or 50 years, it is 1,000,000 years. We must become clear. If you do not want the life of a human being and you want the life of an animal, you will be given the life of an animal. Anybody who does not want the life of a human being, they want the life of an animal, they will be given the life of the animal. When you die, you will cease to exist like the animal. There will be no more you. If that's what you want. There are many people who want this, they will not exist anymore. But do you want a next life? Do you want 1,000,000 years? To get the million years, you need to recognize that God created this whole universe to help you achieve human life. Otherwise, you are a robot. If you don't want to be a human being, fine. If you don't want to be a human being, it's fine. This is your free will. But if you want to be a human being, it's a very, very challenging journey. It's a time of suffering. So now, you want to be a human being. Give you easy life, give you difficult life. Which one? Give you an easy life or give you a difficult life if you want to be a human being? You need a difficult life. A true lover yearneth for tribulation. You want to be able to break free, break free, break free, break free, break me from your animal. Because you want to be born as a human. So, He's going to give you your suffering. He's going to give you your problems. He's going to give you all kinds of difficulties. Because you want to be a human being. But you don't want to be a human being, no problem. You don't want to be a human being, just say, God, I don't want to be a human being. I just want to be normal. No problem. You are taken out of human being and allowed to develop this full human ability in 10,000 lives. In 1 million years, it'll take you. You will not do it in one life anymore. You say, I don't want to do one life. So you will go into 10,000 lives. Go through the normal road. Born, die, born, die, born, die, born, die, born. Just tell God, I don't want this life. I don't want to become a full human being. I want the normal life. Go through 10,000 lives. Born, die, born, die, born, die, born, die, born, die, 10,000. And then finally achieve. You don't even want the next life. Tell God, you will be removed of the next life. There's no more next life for you. You're finished. But if you want to know the beauty, the happiness, you know, when God created the world, He created from a seed, flower, trees, giving fruit, all of this ability for the world to do, the air, the trees, the sun, the moon, all of these great things which God created. Do you want to know how to do it? Do you also want to learn? Do you want to experiment? Do you also want to enjoy all this beauty? Become a full human being. And you will have these skills. You will have this education. You want to be able to travel from here and there, do this and do that. You want to have the happiness, the ecstasy, the imagination which is beyond imagination, then become full human being. But if you only want the pleasures of animal life, okay, then go and get the pleasure of animal life. All these physical pleasures. Okay. So you need to recognize what do you want. You want next life? Now you are not going to get next life by believing in God, because to believe in God is because you were born a Buddhist. So you pray to God. You were born a Christian. You were born a Baha'i. You're born a Muslim. You don't know God. You just know your parents. You're following your parents' religion. You're not following the religion of Jesus Christ. You're not following the religion of Buddha. You're not following the religion of Baha'u'llah. You're following your parents' religion. Okay? Because whatever your parents taught you, your culture taught you, that's what you are doing. Now you need to understand, okay, that this universe was not created for you to be happy. This universe was created for the courageous, the fighters, the people who have real got solid control. This is not an arena for the faint in heart. This part of greatness, of enjoying of next life and happiness and snap your finger and do this, is only for those people who will give up the pleasure of the animal and go for the pleasure or the skills of a human being. So praying to God and praying to God and praying to God and praying to God and praying to God is not enough. Fasting is not enough. Pious worship is not enough. What do you need to do? Know why you were created. And to know why you are created is to become a full human being. To be a full human being is to break free. Okay? Now, I was talking to Kiran. You know, God is giving her all kinds of sickness and problem and all that kind of thing. So she has a choice. Give up. God, I don't want this sickness anymore. Enough. Please, I want to be a normal person. Or sit down and understand God created the universe. He created the trees, He created that, He created systems, He created ecology, He created everything. He sent Baha'u'llah, He sent Jesus Christ to the world to come and tell me that what it is to be a great human being, what it is to be a full human being, and telling me, hello, listen to the story of Job. I put Job through that test because that is one of the tests of you having complete trust in God, complete freedom from your instinct. No suffering, no pain, no this, nothing can affect you. Your understanding of God is clear, without question. Can you go through? Now tell somebody, yes, 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 but until you fall into that situation, you cannot develop this. Ability to believe in God is not when everything is fine. Ability to believe in God when everything is messed up. And then do you still believe? He is God, He is God, He is God, He is God, He is God. Okay? Now when you start to believe He is God and He loves me, He cares for me, you know, okay, He loves me more than I love myself. He is the creator, He is the one. He has achieved everything. He's watching over me. Do you believe this? Do you believe nothing can happen to you? You can talk about it, but you don't have ability to really believe it. This is what you are supposed to do. Because what is she going through? She cannot go through more pain than what the body can take because of the barcode, right? But can she trust that whatever I'm going through, I didn't do anything wrong? Okay? Then why is God giving me suffering? Why is God giving me hell? Why does He create people to be like street children? And then that day we watched the movie of Moses, okay? And then he's walking in a mud pit, and then that old man said, 400 years we have been waiting. Hello, can you imagine 400 years they've been waiting? What kind of life there is for 400 years? Okay. So now you can listen to cassette. 400 years people are waiting. Their heart is broken. Why? Is this God crazy? Making us wait for 400 years before the one comes? People born, die, born, die, born, die, born, die, born, die, and still suffering. 400 years. People are suffering and suffering and suffering with their faith almost dying. Okay? What is God trying to prove? How do you know that the moment they die, they go straight to heaven because all the suffering they never gave up God? How do you know that? That man, he says, all I wanted is before I die, I behold the deliverer. And he dies with that full faith in God. I put my trust in you. I still put my trust in you even until I die. He's going straight to heaven. With every suffering, he never gave up his faith. Isn't this the purpose of our life? To live a great million years? To be able to break free from the animals? These people broke free from the animals. We think they didn't break free? All the sufferings people are going through? What? You think God is down there merciless? He's merciless if we think the purpose for this life is happiness in this life. But if this purpose of this life is happiness in that life, then all the suffering in this life is actually not wasted. All the suffering in this life is preparation for next life, which is 1 million years. So just nobody suffers for 30, 40 years. People suffer for maybe 10, 20 days. Maybe 10, 20 days you are going through crazy hell. Otherwise you are eating, you are sleeping, you are walking around, getting married. All the people got married, right? All the Jews, they got married, they have children, they have lived their life, they get the lashes here and there. But when the lash hit them, do you think if they feel pain? No, they don't feel pain because their body has become so used to that this one is no pain. You and I get the lash, it's pain. For them it's no pain because their bodies are tough. Just like how the cow walking through all of the mud. You think they feel pain? No. They become so thick. But if we look at them and say, this is that plan of God. It's God who is doing all of this. You think He's not watching over us? He has one goal. Will you put your complete trust in God, and whatever happens, whatever your instinct suffers and pain, you will not submit to your instinct, you will submit to God. All these people who died in that Moses time, they all went straight to heaven. Now if we look at them suffering, going straight to heaven, we're very happy for them to suffer. We'll make party that you achieved the thing, because they suffered, because the ultimate goal was heaven, and they achieved it. These were real human beings who achieved heaven through all of this. So all the sufferings we go through, you think God down there is not watching over us? He has promised us. He's watching over us. He loves us. And I swear by my life, nothing save that which profited them can befall my loved ones. And then we are going through suffering and these and problems, and then we sit down and wonder, God, you really watching or not? Raise your faith. Go and watch Job. He will take you one round to the moon and show you. Hello, you think you can create this earth? You can create the plants, you can create human beings, you can create system, you can create the sun, you can create the universe. You think you can create all of this and make sure everything is running perfectly on and on and on? You cannot even create a small business to earn money. I created the whole universe, I created human beings, I created eyes. Yes, no. He created everything, and He created a system. He created for us to have a life. And then now you're thinking that when you're suffering, maybe God really is doing something wrong. We start to judge God. We start to judge each other. That means, did we understand God? God is the Almighty. God is the All-Merciful. God is the other guy. Did we believe this? Because if He's merciful, why is He making us suffer? Is He making you suffer? Or is He helping you to achieve the purpose what you are created? So how do you see? Do you see upside down? So what we are supposed to do is become clear. Are you human being or are you man? If you are you human being or are you animal? If an animal, you touch him, they will bite you. If they see, they will eat. What is a human being supposed to do? To make sure we will forgive our enemies. We will love them. We will support them. We will help them. Even though they are wrong, we will bring them back to the right. Have we achieved this? Our thinking is not to love, not to forgive, not to help. Our thinking is to judge. And the more we judge others, we will also be judging ourselves, because our brain will judge. Do we understand this? Then what is life? We need to become very clear. He created everything. He created a system which is beyond imagination. He created a system so perfect. But we need to know why we were created. If you don't know why you are created, you will misunderstand this life completely. And you will think that your life is animal life. And the moment you see your life as animal life, you have missed this creation. He will cut you out, go and do money, go and cheat, go and lie, go and break the law, go and become and enjoy all the animal pleasures. You are not interested to be a human being anymore. You're not trying to be a human being anymore. If you are not trying to be a human being, then go to the animal. But if you're trying to be a human being, then your challenge is not enjoyment yet. Your challenge is to enjoy human feelings, not animal feelings. You need to break free from the animal. You will have love, you will have peace, you will have relationships, you will have intelligence, you will have mind, you will have service, you will be selfless, you will travel, you will adventure. All these are human happiness you will get. But first, break free. Don't look down on anybody. Everybody is equal. God is one, man is one, religion is one. Has to go deep inside you. This must become your life. You cannot feel superior, you cannot feel inferior. If you feel inferior, you will never be rich, never develop, improve, have all the hard skills and intellectual skills. You will never feel superior, you will never judge, never look down, never hate human beings. Try to help them. Of course, you will be firm in areas, because just like a tiger, if a tiger comes and eats somebody, we don't judge the tiger, we try to protect ourselves from the tiger. Because this is what a tiger. So when a child or when a human being does something wrong, we don't judge them, but we protect ourselves from them. Oh, we do not want this thing. Like a bee. A bee, we do not judge the bee, but we protect ourselves from the bee. Okay, we're supposed to not judge human beings. Understand they are struggling, they also have their difficulties, they are also trying in their life to break free from the lower nature. Some know, some don't know, some are higher, some are slower. Can we imagine we are one big family? Humanity is one big family, and everybody was created to become full human being. How many people can we have? And the people who are full instinct need more help than the people who are less instinct. The people who are blind, who don't have opportunities, don't have this or that, they need more guidance than the people who are already having spirituality, they are intelligent or they are rich. They are already doing well. So they already have achieved, they've already achieved half of the thing. Some people have achieved half, some people have achieved more. So what is our life? Our life is to be able to make sure that we are able to understand why we are created. So the most important thing is why you are created. Can you understand why you are created? If you can understand why you are created and you live your life in accordance to that, you are fine. This is important. Are you clear about this? Because if you understand this, then whatever comes to your life, good or bad, you have no doubt, because He's watching over everything. He will never do anything to cause harm to you. Okay? Now, if she accidentally fall down, you think God is not watching? He's watching over everything. He has got His own plan. He's got His own thing. Now, we are supposed to be careful. We are supposed to pray. But there are things you cannot stop. Some things you cannot stop. You cannot stop the rains. You cannot stop the tsunamis. You cannot stop this. You cannot stop diseases. You cannot stop falls. You cannot stop accidents. You cannot stop all of this. But when you have all of this, how do you make the best? How do you have your trust in God that He has a perfect system? Okay? Because if you have this and you have trust in God, then your instinct will become less and less effective. Will have less and less. Now, the more you control your instinct, the more confident you become. The more you control your instinct, more dynamic you become. The more you control instinct, the more intellectual you become. The more you control instinct, the more comprehensive you become. You can comprehend more. The more you control your instinct, the better society skills you have. The more you control your instinct, the more social skills you have. Your instinct stops you from becoming a full human being. That's what it is. Now, if we are so shy, so frightened, so worried, compare, judge with others, then we are not going to achieve it. Now, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to break free. We're supposed to break free from our lower nature to become. We are humans. We are not animals. We are humans. We are not animals. We are humans. We're not animals. We have to become very, very clear about this. We have to remember we are humans. 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 We were created to break free from the instinct. Break free from the instinct. Break free from the instinct. Break free from the 6 daughters of Mara. Become top human beings. Study, discipline, achieve. Set our mind so that the moment we get the skills, we will live the greatest life for 1,000,000 years. Our life is not 100. Our life is 1,000,000 years. Our life is 1,000,000. You want 1,000,000 years, then do it. You don't want 1,000,000 years, up to you. You don't want to be a human being, up to you. This is what needs to be very clear. We need to understand this very, very clearly. So that, so if you cannot forgive people, if you cannot feel equal, if you cannot feel family with everybody, how bad they are, we're supposed to help them. Yeah, we're supposed to protect ourselves from their negative, but how can we still help them so that they can come up? This is very, very important. How can we help them so that they can come out? It's very, very important. How can we pump into our brain that all human beings are one, all human beings are one, all human beings are struggling, all human beings are struggling not to become rich, but to become full human beings. Anybody is a full human being will automatically become rich. But so many people are just running for riches, for money, thinking that that is the purpose of their creation, to be rich. No, that's only half. Our goal is to break free. Our goal is to have the ability to earn as much as we can earn for whatever we need, and even what we want, but never to let ego try to show superior to factors and share the rest with the world. Now, do we have this? If you can get this, if this is your goal, then you will study, then you will improve your English, then you will develop, then you will concentrate, then you will count your beans, then you will learn quotation, then you will try to live by the quotations, not talk about the quotation. Now, anybody who sets their mind to this, it may take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. But if you set your mind, I am going to become a full human being, and I will develop and develop and develop and develop wherever I need to develop. Now we can help the world, because this is our new stage in life. Our new stage in AHA is going to go around helping the world how to become full human being. We'll still teach English, we'll still teach computers, we'll still teach mathematics, but our focus from now on is to help people become full human beings. Teach people in the public schools how to believe, how to break free, how to help them to understand between instinct, mind, lower nature. This is the new challenge. But to be able to do that, we need to be able to develop. We need to be able to understand, are we able to achieve this? This is what we need to concentrate. Now, are our relationships good? Are our skills good? Our 6 skills, our intellectual faculty, is this good? If this is good, now we are moving in the right direction. We are getting better and better and better and better and better. Our goal is to be chosen as an instrument to share this with the world. That should be our goal. Our goal should be to become an instrument in the hands of God, to bring this science to the world, to bring this knowledge to the world, to bring this understanding to the world, so that they also will become. And English and whatever else we are teaching is not going to be the focus anymore of AHA. The focus